What's up, fam? We are back for our last subject of the day, our last topic. Man, it's been a great show. I can say that. This last topic, everybody was a little iffy about touching, but we gonna touch it. The last topic is, what do we think about relationships? What do we feel about relationships? And so I'll kick it off. You know, just
Are we talking about family relationships or monogamous, platonic?
Relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Monogamous relationship.
Somebody get this nigga dictionary ready. So,
If you didn't know what he said, you should have asked him.
Like Chris Tucker, hit you in the dogga badooga.
The medulla oblongata.
this guy.
No, you're good, man. So I'll say this. There is a season and a point in everybody's life where being single is a good thing. You know, you gotta learn yourself. You know, learn to love yourself before you try to love someone else. And so relationships. And I'm not quoting it verbatim, but I know the Bible says that God made a helper for every man. So I feel relationships are not as they're not as centered around God as they should be. Because I believe if you can build a strong foundation on God, should nothing be able to tear a relationship apart. And Darren, he might say it, but he talks about this all the time, and that's what I've been kind of living as my code, or living as my life. Outside of that part about God, building a strong friendship, because you can always, when things go wrong, you can always lean on your friendship with the person to help get you through situations. And I also believe in right person, wrong timing. I kind of feel that about relationships. I know because I think I went through it personally. You know, I ain't going into no detail, but I think I went through it personally. You know, and so I ain't gonna say all that. I ain't gonna say all that. But yeah, you know, relationships are a beautiful thing. They can be a beautiful thing. It's just what you make of it, and you got to put in what you expect to get out.
Thanks.
Is what is one of the main things about a successful relationship, I guess. Yeah.
I also think you have to be verbal about what you expect to receive.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes in relationships, we bring too much culture into relationships. And I'll say that from experience. You can bring culture into a relationship. What does that mean? That means I will come to a relationship and love the person the way I know how, but not love them the way that they receive love. And so that can be a mismanagement of love placement when I'm trying to love you the way I know how, and then I don't feel like you're receiving the love that I'm trying to give you because it's not the way you receive love. And so you have to be verbal about what your expectations are, because you don't want somebody trying to love you just the way they know how, but basically you want them to love you the way that you receive love. Prime example, if Devin is a physical touch person, you're a physical touch, you want physical touch, but a person is always trying to buy you a gift. And so for them, that person is trying to buy you a gift, but you don't really see gifts as a way of loving me. So they feel like you don't appreciate me, when the reality is that's not the way I receive love. You understand what I'm saying? Touch me. Let me know. You understand what I'm saying? And so there's a lot of times in relationships that we miss love because to the person trying to give it, it feels like you're not receiving it, but you're giving me something that I never wanted. And so I think with relationships, like Junior said in the beginning, you know, knowing who you are and what you bring to the table is a good thing as well, because the truth is, if you don't know who you are, then you'll accept somebody telling you who you are. Notice in the Bible, once Jesus came on the scene, after the 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus made a whole bunch of I statements. I am, you know, and you have to be able to say who you are, because if not, You will let somebody define you into being who you are not. And so, you know, all of that. And I love relationships. So I don't want to go over time, so just kick me under the table. but you know, and so I think, and this is the last thing I'm going to say. I'm going to pass it along. I think for relationships, having been divorced, in the first time, one of my biggest mistakes was not showing up every day.
Wow.
It's just like work. You know, it'll work if you work at it.
Yes.
And so for me, one of my biggest mistakes was, you know, when I'm upset, I'm done. I'm kind of taking off for the day. And so my off days was her play days.
Right.
And so when you show up every day, and I mean, that's not me trying to put her out there or anything like that. She's good people. The truth is, good person, wrong time. Right. And so being in the second marriage, trying to do everything that I can possibly do, don't mean the relationship is perfect, but it means that we are perfectly working together every day, trying to show up to the marriage every day to make sure that we can make it work. Right. And so ultimately there are dilemmas, there's attacks from the enemy, there's the personal things that we just do wrong, but there has to be a grace that you give, and there has to be a grace that's received. And what I mean by that is you have to be able to extend the same grace that you want to see. Look, I'm going to love you enough on the days that I'm in love with you to make sure you receive the love, so that when I feel like being a jerk, you still love me.
Right.
You know, and so that don't mean that I'm trying to be a jerk every day, but I'm just saying.
And my piece on relationships is one thing we have to remember in a relationship is that you have to be able to have more to your relationship than just sex.
Yeah.
If the only thing someone can make you do is come, it's so easy to go.
Right.
And
Like,
you know,
that's good.
and don't get me wrong, I like sex.
Wait.
Run
You
strong
know,
and fat.
I can say where we got that from, if you know, all those rehearsal trips. But you know, that's another conversation for another day. You know, but I would say that, you know, don't be quick to walk away just because things isn't going good.
Right.
You know, I always tell people, you know, just make a list. And if the good list outweigh the bad list, then make it work.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a
I
real
think,
thing, too.
yeah,
That
and
is, that's a
I
real
really
thing.
believe that there's, and like I think Junior said that you can literally move from anything. I really believe you can. I mean, some people, I hear a lot of people say I can't get past cheating. Yes, you can. You know, I can't get past this. I can't get past. Yes, you can. You have to want to.
Right.
You know, now, granted, if you don't want to get past it, the relationship is not gonna work.
Right.
You know, but if you want to fight. It has to be an equal fight.
Right.
And that's my piece on it.
You have to fight with each other, you know?
Yes.
And so many times I have fought the person that I was married to, not realizing that we're in this fight trying to fight to make it work. And it's not gonna work when you're fighting each other. And that was my mistake. And I'll say that openly. Like, and so many people kept telling me, fight for your marriage, fight for your marriage. It's like,
Like the U.S.
But when
can't
you
fight
learn
the
that-
U.S., you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The U.S. gotta fight together.
I would say, ownership.
yeah.
You have
Yes.
to have ownership and be accountable.
That's
for
big.
Any part of it. You know, it could be finance, it could be, you know, disloyalty and all that kind of stuff. But you have to own up to it. And I can speak from experience. That was part of my problem until late.
Wow.
I ain't owned up to a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was what it was, and I said no.
Yeah.
But now it's like, damn, I did it. You know what I'm saying? That's who I was. So everybody, man and woman, should own it. If I believe, like you said, you can get through anything.
Yeah.
Own up to it.
Yeah.
And you know, once you roll that dice, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Ownership. Taking ownership of your part of what you played in.
Yeah. And taking ownership is something that you learn from experience.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Because it's hard to admit when you're wrong.
Yeah.
Extremely hard, especially, you know, I mean, you know, I'm a cop, so especially when you ain't got no evidence.
Right.
It's hard, you know, but you have to look past the fact that they don't really know if it happened or not and be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
And like
I-
you
you
said,
know what, I
that's
think-
late. That's coming with experience.
Right, experience,
Yeah.
exactly. And you know what? I think attitude plays a big part in relationships too. And I don't mean attitude like nasty attitude or anything like that. I mean your overall presentation of yourself in
Right.
a relationship. You know, when you show up with a good attitude, I heard Dr. Miles Monroe say it like this. You know, a lion or a pack of lions led by a sheep can probably be murdered by a pack of sheep led by a lion. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In other words, it's the attitude of that sheep that's been led by the lion that can't be compared to that pack of lions that's led by a sheep. You know, when you have that attitude to make it work, I'm showing up every day, I'm bringing myself to the table, I'm vulnerable to you, and you can be vulnerable to me.
They gonna
Like
do this,
it's equal loving, equal opportunity, equal giving, equal sacrifice. You know, equal. Yeah, you know, it's give and take. You know, we gonna make this work. We show up every day to make it work. And when you have the attitude that this is mine, this is my marriage, relationship, whatever, it works out. Attitude. That's my thought. That's my take on it.
Luke, you got anything you want to say?
Relationship is love.
It's love?
It's love.
Okay.
And love is like a casino. They only playing to win. You know?
You talking
Okay.
Kevin Gates?
Okay.
You talking Kevin
Okay.
Gates, son?
Yeah, that's Kevin.
I do it. Hey, I know how to say habit, but I was
I
like,
didn't know
David,
what we
dog.
was talking about. I was like, this is pretty good.
But no,
Pretty good,
You know, like casino. I heard somebody talk about
Yeah, but
that.
that's deep though.
But it is though. Yeah.
I know, but like for real though, when it comes down to relationship, in my opinion, I feel like the main thing you gotta have in a relationship for all it to work is trust.
Trust and communication.
A relationship ain't nothing without trust. You know, you can have good sex, good communication. You know, y'all can be equal, but whenever it's time for her to go somewhere or it's time for him to go somewhere, or your phone could be laying around, you got second thoughts in your head. You know, saying, oh, he might be texting another girl, or he about to go meet another girl. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. So I feel like without trust, man, you know, a relationship is not nothing. You know, you might as well just go ahead and cancel, because if you don't trust that you're a significant other, then, you know, there's no point of being in a relationship. You're wasting your time.
Right.
So, man, just trust, love, and
Wanna leave it at that?
yeah.
All right.
When you trust, we always say in our marriage, when you have nothing to hide, you hide nothing.
Yeah.
You know, my wife has the passcode to my phone, to all of my social media accounts, my email, everything. I don't have anything to hide, so I don't hide anything. You know, and you know what it gives her? Security,
Security.
safety. She knows she's safe in the relationship. So,
Now I'm gonna say this, and nobody get offended. That takes a mature person.
oh, I thought you
Because
you do.
No, because I remember y'all said this story recently, and she said she because she trusts you, she never, although she have those passwords, she never felt the need to use them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You give all your passwords and stuff to most women these days. They going straight through
That's
it.
a lie.
Facts.
They want to see it.
They
They want to know, but it takes a level of maturity and trust like that for a relationship to work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that kind of level of maturity
Yes.
for a relationship. And I'm gonna be honest, man. That's why I guess I'm where I'm at right now. You know, I've been single for a couple of years now. It's just I haven't. I guess you said it. You know, I'm mature, kind of beyond my age, and I guess that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing when it comes to my relationship part of things, because everybody haven't really met me where I was.
But
You know,
I think you're young, and this is, and please let me say this without judgment, because you know people think I'm a pastor and they think I'm not supposed to say stuff like this, but I think the mistake that we make is trying to force people into marriage at a young age, and I say that because watch this, there's a measure of grace that God gives us for our immaturity, and I think the problem is that there are people that stay married 20 and 30 years out of obligation, you know, but they go out at the end of their life when you should be settling. You're at the end of your life wilding. You know, you're wilding your youth. Because there's a grace for that immature place. There's a mercy span. And so, you know, once you settle down, be settled. You know, and so now have you some fun. Go date. You know, figure out what you like. You know, it's almost like a bar, you know, like a buffet. You know, you only figure out what you like because you tasted a few things that you weren't really accustomed to.
You got to taste a
Go
few
out
things.
there and
Taste a few
and I don't mean
We talking about the buffet, right?
I'm done.
And so
We're not talking about Texas
We
de
got-
Brazil. though.
and I'm gonna say this,
Oh,
and,
crabs.
and it's crazy enough. There was, oh man, I think we ought to just go ahead. And go.
I'm talking about like seafood crab. But what I meant by that is that you have that number one, you do have a maturity on you. It's definitely a grace on you, and so right now, it could be that the woman that has the oil that you need for the relationship could be in being preserved. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to go in God to find that kind of woman that's going to meet you mentally where you are. And so until that time, you know, there's nothing wrong. Nobody said that you can't go on a date and not have sex. You don't have to have sex with her because you went on a date.
Right.
Go out there and learn. So that when you are in that marriage, you know, you have enough experience to say, I'm not tolerating that. I went through that with this relationship. You kind of build morale and build
Right.
momentum and figure out what it is that you will and will not negotiate on. And so this is my take.
That was good. That was good. Anything else to add? Y'all good? Everybody good?
Thank y'all for having me. I'm so honored.
I do want to I enjoyed y'all, but this was like, it was good to have a much needed conversation, but to say we can have it openly. That means we have nothing to hide. We can be ourselves. You know, it's a no judgment zone here. So we really appreciate y'all for being our first guest.
Yeah.
You know, not worrying how we started, but you know where we going. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Thank y'all, because you know if anybody want to judge me, tell them don't judge me, judge your mama.
And your great
Yes,
grandma.
yes, sir.
Oh man, we really appreciate you guys joining us today.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure. It's been fun. It's been great. I know that last topic was a little touchy. We actually gonna get some women on to have their perspective on that topic as well. But this is your men's point of view on relationships and how we feel. That's a wrap, y'all. That's episode 1, season 2. Man, 44 Nation, y'all are the best. We love y'all. We got some great things coming up. Keep supporting. Marco and Kay gonna have where you guys can find us on our social media pages. He's gonna have that on the screen below. Also, look out Fridays. Fridays, watch our page. We're gonna release some bloopers from season 1. Man, listen, don't judge us. Don't judge us. But we got what we call Blooper Friday, releasing the first episode this Friday. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And as always, comment, let us know what y'all want to hear us talk about. Let us know who you want to be on the show. If you got any suggestions, we'll call them up, see if they'll do it. And again, man, we appreciate y'all. And so, fellas, normally we end the show. We tell everybody to keep their head up in unison, you know, with the little peace sign. So if y'all want to join us today.
Yeah, you been
So y'all want to join us today and telling the people to keep their head up on 3. We don't sing it.
Okay, we don't sing it. Okay, so it's keep your head up.
No, you still singing. That's a keep your head up. That's
like
still
keep your
So no rhythm.
yeah. Just you keep your head up with these No, it's a keep your head up.
All right,
You know
so
what I'm saying?
on June 3.
Left hand or right hand?
Right hand.
Right here.
I think.
First of all, this your right one.
And you know if you do this, it'll let you know which one in your left hand, cause like the left hand gonna show the L.
Come on, Junior. Come on, Junior. Come on, Junior. Crickets in there, right? Come on, Junior.
All right, man. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. Go check out the other videos that you haven't seen. And as always, 1, 2, 3. Keep your head up.
Hold on, I did my left hand.
Yeah, this nigga here, man.